Coming into qualifying for the final race of the season, just 2 points separated the lead drivers in the championship. A surprise late arrival from Barban saw him miss qualifying and start at the rear of the grid. Smith and Cloud set the early pace, with Takubi a few tenths behind in third. The top two remained the same until the end of the session, with Cloud taking the pole just under a tenth ahead of Smith. Orax left his single lap until quite late in the session, but managed to put his Mercedes in third, a couple of tenths ahead of Takubi in fourth place.
And we go racing. It's a decent start from Smith. Cloud getting off the grid pretty well as well as they make their way up the hill towards Big Red. Orax going to try and challenge around the outside and making his way to try and fight for this second place. Up the hill they go in towards turn number 1. Barman's already up to 16th, making positions on the launch, but it's Cloud from Smith, from Orax from Takubi, and then Black Fridays. They make their way through the S's now, through the first sector. Barman's still trying to challenge, make up some positions further back down the field. Takubi holding onto his P4 off the start of the grid. That is crucial for him. Barman's around the outside of his teammate, gets out of the way, letting the championship challenger through the field to try and fight this one out with Takubi in this opening stage of the race. Bit of a snap there as he's now already onto the back of Sertdogan down towards turn number 9. Barman's looking to the inside, fighting his way through, late on the brakes, gets the move done, and now he's got a stricken Rebel with a bit of damage. Bit of contact made on the exit, that's not going to help him out as they make their way down, but Shan with wing damage on the opening lap. Barman's and Sertdogan, I think that is a drag race down towards turn number 12. Shan still with that damage, of course, not going to be too confident in this next sector where you're really reliant on the downforce. Wins and Luca fighting away here as well.
Yeah, when Barbans was in clear air a few laps ago, well, the leaders were battling. He was a good, very close to a second a lap quicker than the cars ahead. Let's see if he manages to do the same on this lap.
Yeah, Takubi looking to the inside now, and Orax as Smith and Cloud swap positions yet again, now to the outside into 13, but Takubi backing out of that one, does not go for the move, has to sit behind for yet another lap. He was getting close, and now he sends it down the inside in towards turn number 15, trying to get the job done. He's now on the outside, Orax on the inside, through the triple right, still Takubi fights on, but can't quite find a way through. Maybe a chance in towards turn number 19, he's looking to the inside, the outside, of the Mercedes driver, still yet to find the move. This battling, allowing Barber to get closer and closer to the back of Black Friday. Takubi and Orax. Yeah, not great for him once again. Barber's still right on the back. Bradders and Black Friday's fighting as well. Through turn number 11, Bradders up the inside, gets the move done. And now we run down towards turn number 12. Black Fridays tucks back into the slipstream, trying to look for the re-overtake. Now we look to see where is Barber's relative to Takubi. Not close enough for an overtake this time around. In fact, it's Bradders putting the pressure on to the inside in towards 12 to make the move on Barber's on the restart here. Doesn't look like Barber's had great warm-up down the inside in towards 13. He looks to retake that position, but Bradders fighting for this P5 position now with the inside line, trying to retake the position, trying to make the overtake that Barman's made earlier on in the race, and he gets the job done. And once again down towards Big Red we go. Barber's this time to the inside. Is it late enough on the brakes? Is it brave enough on the brakes for the Haas driver to squeeze his way around the outside to get himself up to P5? But Brad is still relentless, sticks the nose in, sticks the cars to the inside, now to the outside through the S's, and Barber's gets the job done. He's up to P5 now. He gets the move, and now once again only one car between himself and Takubi in this race. Black Friday's pretty close to the back of Barber's. Could be looking for an overtake in towards 12. Orax looking for the move on Takubi as well as they make their way towards the braking zone. Smith could be under pressure as well as Barber's looking to the inside. Takubi trying to box Barber's in here as they make their way through towards turn number 13. Though Barber's looking to the outside of Smith, trying to find his way through. Takubi the next car up in front as well as they start to lose some pace. Orax is starting to check out as they go wheel to wheel now through turn number 15. Barber's wheel to wheel still with Smith on the exit, and now through the triple right. Orax has broken the DRS's. Takubi tries his best to keep Barbers behind Smith, but it does not look like it may be working in towards 19 though. Smith has to back out. So Barbers has to back out, sorry. Smith holds on to the position. Takubi now 1.1 off the back of Orax, has lost the DRS, and that could leave him vulnerable and could secure Orax the P2 here in this race. Smith could be left vulnerable. It didn't look like it was a great exit from the McLaren driver. Barman's in the slipstream, tucked up behind. Black Fridays is gaining on the Haas driver as well. Takubi and Orax swap positions at the front of the train. Down towards turn number 11 we go. Barber's looking to the inside, down the inside on Smith, and contact made between the pair of them. That could give Black Fridays a chance now to the outside as they almost go 3 wide in towards turn number 13. Barber's still losing out. Contact made between them though, and now he loses the position to Black Fridays potentially as well, who looks to the inside on Smith now as they make their way through turn number 15. Black Fridays with the double overtake up to P4. He gets the job done, and Barber's now yet another car. Cloud is off. Cloud has lost the car. He loses the lead of the race. Cloud, crucial moment there for the Ferrari driver. That is going to be big frustration for him. He loses the lead of this race. It looks to be a clear-cut win for the Ferrari driver. He loses it as Mars did just a few laps ago. It shows how tricky it is out there on the old tyres. Takubi now leads the race here. If he can take home this race win, he can take home the championship win. Barbans currently sits down in P5, and desperation might be starting to kick in with just 7 laps of racing to go here in Austin, Texas. Barbans has a job to do. Takubi, as it stands, would be crowned the champion. Let's see what's going to come. Black Friday is once again getting close to the back of Orax. Barbans getting close to the back of Smith as they make their way through turn number 11. Barbans, I think, again hitting the back of Smith. He can carry so much speed through that corner, but he's just getting bogged down on the back of the Haas car. And Black Friday is now getting very much closer and closer to the back of Orax as they make their way down towards turn number 12. Once again, Barbans to the inside on Smith. Looks to make the position once again. This time around, no contact made between the pair of them. And Barbans starting to put a car length between himself, but Smith with the inside line once again dives it back up the inside, trying to fight for this position. Barbas now with the inside line in towards turn number 15. He gets the send, he gets the track grid, he gets the position. Barbas up to 4th now, and he puts one more car behind him in his charge to try and get to the top of the standings for the 4th season in a row. Sits in P4 now. Who gets the run? Takubi trying to gain as they make their way down towards turn number 12. The Belgian driver gaining on Black Friday, who goes defensive all the way to the inside in towards turn number 12. Barber's going to look for a send potentially to the inside. Can't find his way past the V-Cup driver. There's now a car between Takubi and Black Fridays as they make their way through the final sector of the lap. Black Friday's trying to find a way through, makes contact with Takubi. That could give Barbers a run into the final sector. Black Friday's to the inside of Takubi. Barbers now with a great run as they make their way into the final few corners of the lap. Takubi trying to fight it. Barbers could be in with a chance though as they make their way through the final sector of the lap. Takubi leading into the final 2 corners. Black Friday's trying to fend him off into the final corner though. Barbers going to try it around the outside, but he's defenseless. He can't do anything. And across the line, Takubi will win here in season 5. He takes the win at the Circuit of the Americas. Black Fridays comes home in 2nd, and Barbans, commiserations for him. He fought from last on the grid all the way to 3rd, but it wasn't quite enough. Takubi is your season 5 SDRL champion. He fought hard, he fought brilliantly, he even had a DNF to his name, but that didn't matter for the Williams driver. He comes home, he takes the drivers, he takes the Constructors' Championship as well. Apparently Sertdogan picked up a puncture across the line. Rob Kaz unfortunately just misses out on points. In the end, Tony Stark and Dog the Fook still battling away as they make their way through this final sector of the lap. Tony Stark with 6 seconds penalties, Dog with 9 seconds, so this battle is purely for track position as they make their way through the final 2 corners. Tony Stark gonna come home in P12, Dog the Foog comes home in P13. P13, sorry, and unfortunately for Mars, it's a race filled with bad luck. He will come home in P14. No points for the Kickstarter driver for the first time, I believe, since Season 3 Hungary. The 2nd or 3rd race, I think it was, of Season 3. He's been in the points every single race since then. Unfortunately, that comes to an end, but he'll continue his finishing streak at least as he comes through the final corner.
Barbans set himself quite a task in the race, starting right at the back of the grid. However, he had made his way up to the tail of the lead train in P7 by lap 5. A mistake from Jax brought out the safety car on lap 9, and the entire field pitted, the majority to switch from medium to hard tyres and run to the end. As the race restarted on lap 13, Takubi was just ahead of Barbans, but the Haas driver dropped to 6th on the first lap, while Takubi moved up to 3rd. A wheel issue saw Cloud drop down the field on lap 22 before retiring, allowing Takubi to take the lead, 4 places ahead of Barbans with 5 laps remaining. Again, they were together on the track for the last 4 laps, but Barbans was unable to take the place by the end of the race. Takubi took the lead on the last lap, leading Black Fridays home by just 3/10. Barbans finished another 2/10 behind, but post-race penalties dropped the Haas driver down to 5th, promoting Orax to the final podium place. Takubi claimed the Drivers' Championship crown for the second time by taking the win in Texas. Barbans was 13 points behind in second place, with Orax in third, 44 points off the lead. Black Fridays, Zyros, Mars, Smith, Berkey, Shan and Sertdogan rounded out the top 10 in the championship. In the Constructors, Takubi's strong performance led the team to first place, followed by Haas 13 points behind and Kick Sauber a further 26 points back in third. Following behind were Mercedes, VCarb, Red Bull, McLaren, Aston Martin, Alpine and Ferrari. Congratulations then to a worthy drivers' champion in Takubi, who took the crown for a second time after a tight season-long battle with Barbans. In the Constructors, Williams were the victors, with their drivers Takubi and Rob Kaz.